Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is going to be another movie review for you guys, and this movie that I'm going to be reviewing, you guys might be wondering, why did you watch this movie? This movie is not something you look like you would enjoy. Well, I'm going to tell you guys why I saw this movie. I saw a trailer for this thing back in October, I think the summer of last year, and it looked interesting to me. It looked like an interesting movie. I was interested in seeing how it was going to be. It looked pretty stupid, honestly. I didn't really want to see it, but I knew this was getting released VOD, and I really wanted to see how it was, so I could talk about it and say if I liked it or not. And so I watched Love Rosie, and I have to say, Love Rosie might just be the most surprising movie of the year so far. Honestly, I'm gonna talk about something with Love Rosie. Let me say that the movie I'm going to be reviewing, as I said, is Love Rosie. So yeah, I didn't really want to see it, but I watched it on Solar Movie, and I have to say, Love Rosie. As I said, might be one of the most surprising movies of the year so far, and I'm going to explain why. The first half of this movie, first 30 minutes, I was very iffy about it, but then the movie does something that I really appreciated, and I started to enjoy it more and more and more. But let's get to the plot of Love Rosie. Pretty simple, honestly. Basically, here's the plot of Love Rosie. We have these two friends, Alex and Rosie. They've been best friends for almost as long as they can remember, and basically we see, they've been friends for a while, and they're kind of in the awkward stage. Do they want to be friends, or do they want to be more than friends? I mean, Alex is, they already seem like they're dating. There are parts of the movie where they already seem like they're dating, and one day they go to this party together, and Alex catches Rosie kissing another boy, and from there their lives take different directions, and the movie then focuses on the next 12 years of their lives, and how the relationships go, and how their lives go, and then the movie gets really good, and that's basically the plot of Love Rosie. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie has quite a few problems, especially in the first half of this movie. The first half of this movie, when they are like 18, it's really dumb. It was really dumb. I wasn't enjoying it, really. I thought that there was a lot of stuff about it, but right off the bat, there is something I definitely want to say about this movie. Let's get to the acting about this movie. Right off the bat, when I started watching this movie, there was one thing that I could tell, and that is that Lily Collins and Sam Claflin have fantastic chemistry. Lily Collins as Rosie is actually a very good character. This might just be Lily Collins' best performance. I really think it is. I've never seen her really do a good movie, except for The Blind Side, and she was really good in this. The first half of the movie, she's this witty teenager who's just fun and everything, she's kind of an awkward stage, but then in the movie, as the movie goes on, her life takes a very dramatic turn. She gets pregnant. I will say some of the stuff that happens to her is kind of flat out ridiculous, but she gets pregnant. She has to become a mother. She has to become more responsible, and you see how she changes throughout the movie. And I gotta say, Lily Collins handled that very, very well. You really believed it was the next year, and I think the way they did that in the movie, I definitely really enjoyed. And I thought her character overall was really good, and her acting was really good, definitely. I thought she did a very good job with that. Sam Claflin is Alex. I haven't really seen him do anything else. I'm trying to think if I have seen him. He sounds familiar to me. Oh, he plays Finnick in The Hunger Games, and I have to say, he was also very good in the movie. I mean, you can really tell that he loves Rosie and everything, and I think his character was also very well done. And one of the things I really like about the movie, probably the best part of the movie, was definitely their chemistry. The first half of the movie, their chemistry is what saved it for me. They have such great chemistry in this movie. They're so funny together. They have so many funny scenes, and I just love their chemistry together. They were fantastic together, and it was one of the best parts of this movie. Now, the supporting cast, at first I was iffy about them, but as the movie went on, I started to like them more and more. Tamsinette Gertin as Sally, I'm going to be honest, she was horrible. She really was awful. I did not think she gave a very good performance at all. She was pretty terrible. Suki Waterhouse as Bethany is also ridiculous. I thought she was just awful, and she wasn't very good either. Jamie Winstone as Ruby. The supporting cast is not very good. The only other person I want to talk about is Lily Late as Rosie's daughter, Katie, who I thought she gave a very good performance. She has this one part of the movie, and I thought she did very good overall. Definitely, I liked her character. I mean, she doesn't have too much in the movie, but she has some good stuff, and I think it's stuff that should be unnoticed. And honestly, I feel, one other thing I want to say about Lily Collins, I really feel after this movie that she's going to start to do some very good stuff, because she's been doing some very bad movies. I mean, Abduction, she's done Abduction, she did The Moral Instrument City of Bones, she did, Priest, she did Mirror Mirror. These are not really good movies, and now I feel like after this movie, she's going to start to do very good stuff, and I'm happy about that, because I like her overall. I think she's a good actress. and I definitely see some potential in her. I didn't really see any potential in her. If you would have told me that Lily Collins was going to be in this movie and she was good, I'd be like, what? No, there's no way. She's not a very good actress. But I thought she did a very good job. The directing by Christian Ditter, I have to say, he did a good job directing this movie because the movie kind of tricks you. At first, you think it's going to be this fun romantic comedy, and it gets very, very dark. My complaint with his directing is not with his directing, it's actually the screenplay. But the tone he set was perfect. I mean, he really set this tone perfectly of they're in this awkward stage of not really knowing what to do, and I like that. And then the second half of the movie, when it got dramatic, his tone was spot on. I was surprised by how dramatic it got. Now, my problems with the movie reside in the screenplay. The screenplay at some points is absolutely ridiculous. There are some plots, first of all, my problem with this movie is that the first, 20 minutes, there are just plot twists after plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, and it goes on and on. Some of them are more believable than others, and some of them just get absolutely ridiculous. First of all, there's one plot twist where you guys have seen the trailer. If you've seen the trailer, you know what it is. She has sex with this guy, and they have sex, and the condom gets stuck in her vagina, and she can't find it, and it's absolutely ridiculous, and literally she gets pregnant over that. I found it to be a ridiculous plot, and just, it was good overall. The outcome of it was good, but the whole idea of it was ridiculous. Also, there's this really dumb twist where Alex ends up, dating the girl Bethany, who is like this mean girl and everything. I mean, there's so many weird plot twists that they throw at you, and it really bothered me a lot. Also, another thing about this point cast, this movie can be very stupid and silly at times, and it was funny. It made me laugh. I was surprised by how much I was laughing at this movie, but there were many times where I didn't laugh at all. I didn't find it funny. I didn't find it enjoyable. There were so many times where I did not find it to be very funny, and it didn't work in that part, but I thought overall the screenplay was good. When you got to the dramatic part, it definitely worked very, very well. Definitely, I mean, you really saw the story of these two people who really do love each other, but their lives are just taking such different directions that they basically just, they don't know what to do, I think they loved each other all along, but at the same time, their lives take such different directions and they go in, very different ways that they don't get together, that they don't really know if they should be together or whatever, and I like that about their characters, and I thought they had very good chemistry because of that. And this is not your typical romantic dramedy. If you guys think it is, it's actually not a romantic comedy, it's a drama, and I think that's very well done, and, definitely, the drama was very good. The other thing I gotta talk about in this movie is the score. One of the things I love about this movie that I did not know is that it takes place 12 years of their lives. I did not know that. I thought the movie was just gonna be set in one time period. But then when the movie starts, you see her at this wedding, she has, short hair, you're like, what's going on here? So then you realize, oh, this movie's gonna take place 12 years. Literally, it starts when she's 18, I think it ends when she's, 20, 28, I think. I don't know. I probably didn't think that right, but I think she's 30 something. I don't know, but basically, the score to this movie is actually very good because it goes with the time periods perfectly. In fact, there's a scene. There are some scenes where they're at parties and you can tell what year it is. It's kind of like how Boyhood did things, which I liked. Not as subtle as Boyhood, but I definitely really enjoyed it a lot. I thought they did a very good job with that, and I thought the score overall was definitely very good to this movie. The editing was perfect. This movie went by very fast, and I was really into it. There was never a point where I wasn't into the movie. I would say the first 20 minutes, I'm like, all right, whatever. Just this is only 102 minutes. We don't have to suffer enough that much, and this movie's getting a lot of hate, and I don't really understand why, because I think the plot twists in this movie are very good. I think the problem with this movie is just that there are so many unbelievable plot twists. I'm going to get to that in the spoilers. Some of the stuff that I did not like about the movie that I thought was just weird and out there, and I didn't like it very much. And we're going to get to that when we get to spoilers, but basically, Love Rosie. If you guys have not seen Love Rosie, I'm going to spoil some things, and I want to talk about some of the problems I have with this movie, some of the reasons why not everything they did in the movie worked for me. Now, just so you guys know, a lot of stuff in this movie worked for me very, very well. I didn't have too many issues with this movie. 3.5 out of 5 at best, definitely. 3.5 out of 5 by far. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. It's not like an amazing movie or anything. It's nothing I'd probably watch again, but for what I liked, I'm not going to regret watching it. I liked it overall, and now I'm going to get to spoilers. So, of course, some things in this movie just did not work for me. For example, the twist when Bethany is dating Alex was so stupid. I thought it was a dumb twist. I did not like it at all. The twist that Sally's cheating on Alex was dumb. a lot of the stuff surrounding Alex and his relationships, I just thought was stupid. I mean, they could have handled it a lot better. Like, we could have had like, it seemed like they had no other way for Alex to break up with these girls than them cheating on him, or them being them being a bitch, because Sally was a straight up, she was completely, rich and things like that, and she was very stuck up and snobby, and Bethany was a straight up bitch. So to see both of them, and it just did not work for me. I was just like, Alex would not like these kind of girls. I don't know what he sees in them, because he just seemed like such a nice guy, and he didn't seem like he'd like those kind of girls. It just did not work for me. I will say, when her father died, that was very good. I really liked that twist. Thought that was very well done, and I definitely really enjoyed that. I thought that overall was a very good twist. Just the twists that I'm trying to think of what else I didn't like. I didn't like that we really followed Bethany's characters. I didn't care too much about her. I thought she was boring overall. I thought she was annoying, and I really did not like her character very much at all. She was very annoying to me. Rosie and Greg, I would have wanted to see more of the relationship. I feel like we didn't focus enough on their relationship, and I would have wanted to see more of that, because we focused too much on Alex and his relationships. And while that worked for me, some of the things I enjoyed more about this movie was seeing Rosie's life and versus seeing Alex's life. Alex's life was very all over the place, and Rosie's life was much better. Like, while Sam Claflin did a great job as Alex, there's no denying that he didn't do a good job. I'm not saying that he didn't do a good job. What I'm saying is that the problems with his character resides in his relationships. That everything focused on his relationships. While Rosie, it focused more on her being a mother, her and Greg trying to, start a relationship, her figuring out what's going on with Alex. I understand that, but the things they got him into just seem really stupid. And the way the movie ended with them just kissing, I thought was good overall. It just kind of seemed kind of anticlimactic to me, the way they ended it. I mean, it was very rushed at the end. It was very rushed, and it didn't exactly work. And I just felt that part there was kind of rushed. A lot of things in the movie kind of rushed. Her pregnancy was rushed. I thought that was way too rushed. But a lot of things in the movie definitely are very rushed. And that's really my only problems I have with this movie, was simply that a lot of things are very, very rushed, and it didn't exactly work as well as I wanted it to. And it's definitely not a perfect movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's not even, it's a good movie. It's a good movie overall. I did enjoy it. I want you guys to know that I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a good movie overall. However, would I watch this movie again? I don't know, but I honestly would recommend it to you guys. I think you guys should see it. It's a good movie overall. It's not something that I think that you'll hate yourself watching it. You're not going to be like, oh my god, why I watched that? No, it's a good movie overall. It does have a lot of problems, but probably solid B minus or C plus. I don't know, one of those two. Probably 3.5 out of 5 for me, definitely. But that's it for my review. Love Rosie. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys think of this movie. If you have seen this movie, definitely tell me what you thought of it. I've heard good things overall about it, so that's why I saw it, and I was pleasantly surprised by how good it was. But I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for either another movie review or for my review of The Walking Dead. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.